What is going on, everybody? I do apologize. My mic was muted. What's up? What's up? What's up? Good evening to everybody on this Wednesday. How's everybody doing on this Wednesday night? How's everybody feeling? We got game 2 coming up between the New York Yankees and the Arizona Diamondbacks. Hopefully, you're all looking forward to this game. I'm looking forward to this game. Hopefully, the Yankees could bounce back with a win tonight. We have Carlos Rodon on the mound, folks. So, let's see how he does tonight in his first outing on opening day. Looked really good. Got struck out 7 in his season on opening day. Excuse me, and went about 5-6 innings. So he looked good. He looked good. Let's see what he does. Let's see what he does in tonight's game. He'll be pitching against Zach Gallen, who, and Zach Gallen's a good pitcher himself, although he had a rocky start. He did have a rocky start, and, he gave up he's pitched 4 innings, gave up 4 runs. So maybe it's a different story tonight. I think I think we're going to see a different version of Gallen tonight. So he's going to bring his A game. But, Rodon hopefully is ready for tonight's game, and hopefully he's going to pitch another good game. But this time it's going to be against the Diamondbacks lineup that is very solid, and we saw that yesterday. So hopefully they come away with a win tonight. I'm confident that they will. And do me a favor, folks. Make sure you all vote in that poll that I put out there. How many innings do you all think Carlos Rodon is going to pitch? So looks like I got eight of you who voted, and most of you said that he's going 4 to 6. That's about what I got for Rodon. I think Carlos Rodon is going, I think he's going to go 6 innings. He's going to go 6 strikeouts, 2 walks. I think he's going to give up 2 runs. That's what I got for Rodon. So I know I got a few people in the chat right now. So it looks like I got Gusto in the building. What's up? William DeSico, good to see you, man. What's going on? Chia, we got the Ace Avenue in the building. Make sure you go subscribe to my guy, Ace. Does a really good job over there on his channel. So I know he's going live for the game. So shout out to you, Ace. Jacob Petruzzi, what's going on? Sean Browning, what is up? Is there a rain delay? Is that a thing right now? I checked the weather out in New York. It's they said it was cloudy. I didn't see anything about a rain delay. But let me know, man. What's up, Brad? How's it going? You're always crying about something. Matthew, what's up, man? He says, got Rodon going 6 2/3, 5 hits, 3 walks, 8 strikeouts, 2 runs score. Prediction 6-4. Okay. Oh, people are saying in Max's chat? Okay. Yeah, I don't know. I'm refreshing game day on my end, and it just says warm up. Let me see. Is there anything on Twitter that's saying anything about it? Let's see. Yankees, Diamondbacks. I mean, I'm not seeing anything about a delay, but the game should start here in the next 5-6 minutes or so. So I guess we'll find out soon enough. But how's everybody's day going? What's going on? Did you all have to work today? You'll have to go into work early. Or are you at work right now? What's going on, folks? But looks like the game is about to start here shortly. They're showing some Yankees highlights right now. Mets fans going senile right now. That's funny. Did the Mets lose? Because last I heard they were down 2-1 there, Jacob. Yeah, I bet the Mets fans are going to see now. That's funny. Oh, you don't have to work until midnight? Geez, Sean. Hopefully you get some sleep, man. I mean, I appreciate you being here, but bro, gotta get that sleep in, man. Right? So you could have that energy working overnight. Oh, you're working until midnight. Sorry, I misread that. You're working until midnight. Okay. Okay. So you'll be here all game, I'm sure, besides having to do your runs. Matthew's telling me that the Giants swept the Astros in Houston. That's huge. So looks like the game is about to start here. They're showing outside of Yankee Stadium, and now they're showing inside. So it doesn't look like there's a lot of fans there right now, but here we have Michael Kay and Paul O'Neill. Oh, you're working at midnight overnight. Oh, all right. Yeah, Matthew, I don't think the Astros are going to be really effective this season, honestly. So they're showing tonight's pitching matchup with Zach Gallen and Carlos Rodon. So, like I said, the game should start here in the next few minutes. It looks like there's a sound issue. Is anybody? Let me know real quick, folks, if you got the game on. I'm assuming you all do. Is there a sound issue right now on your guys' end? Because I don't have any sound coming from my TV. I might have to restart it. But can somebody or a few of you let me know if there's any sound in the chat or any sound coming from the TV for any of you, or is it just a Prime problem? Okay, Sean, you're having some problems too. Cool. Okay. I thought it was just me. Mets and Marlins are tied up at 4, top of the 8th. Okay. Anybody else experiencing any issues on their end? Please let me know. Pete Alonso just went deep. So was it a solo home run there, Jacob? No issues from Jacob. Okay, let me. Okay, it's a commercial now, and now there's sound. But when the Yankees broadcast was happening, there was no sound. So let's see what happens when the broadcast comes back. Matthew, I can't. Yeah, dude, I don't know what's going on with the Braves. I can't believe they're 0-6 right now, man. That's wild. Oh, a 3-run homer for Pete. Oh boy. So they were down 4-1, the Mets. Yeah, they were down 4-1. Okay. Yeah, I can't wait till the Mets and Yankees play each other, man. That's gonna be a fun series. So they were down 4-1. Okay. Jake Boss, welcome. How's it going, man? What is going on? But okay, there is a sound on my end. And Carlos Rodon walking out with Austin Wells going to the mound, coming out of the dugout, and the game should start here shortly. I will share this game day here with all of you. Tickets gonna be crazy, you're saying? Think about the city field. Like, are you talking about tickets gonna be crazy? Like price wise, they're gonna be crazy, or are they gonna sell out? Jake says he's going good, cleaning up, listening to some Yanks. That's right, man. That's right. Appreciate you checking in. I appreciate everybody checking in. Shout out to everybody in the chat. Thank you so much. Make sure you all hit that like, hit that subscribe. Share this channel out with everybody you know. If this is your first time tuning in, hit that subscribe button. If you're watching this on Twitch or if you're watching this on YouTube or on X, come over to YouTube, hit that subscribe button. I would greatly appreciate it. You got showing the Yankees waiting in the dugout to take the field. So game should start here shortly. Matthew's telling me Giants are 5-1 right now. That is a very impressive division right now. Yeah, I'm, honestly in a little bit of a shock that the Giants have the record that they have right now, honestly. I wasn't sure if that they were going to come. I didn't know they were going to have this kind of a hot start, but good for them. But here we go, folks. The Yankees are taking the field. Carlos Rodon is stepping on the mound. He's about to throw some warm-up pitches. And the game will start here shortly. We'll continue talking it up. Oh, yeah, price-wise. Oh, my God. Yeah, price is going to be insane. I haven't met any Mets space guys yet, so it'd be cool. Yeah, for sure. I know when the Yankees come out here to Colorado, I'm actually meeting up with a few of the subscribers myself, so I should be running into some of the subscribers. But here we have the Arizona Diamondbacks starting lineup: Ketel Marte, Corbin Carroll, Lourdes Gurriel Jr. is taking over left field. Randall Grichuk is DHing. Josh Naylor, Eugenio Suarez, Gabriel Moreno, Jake McCarthy, Geraldo Perdomo. So that is your starting lineup for the Arizona Diamondbacks. And they will be going up against our ace, our ace for 2025, I should say, because our actual ace is hurt. But it is the Bulldog, Carlos Rodon, the bearded Carlos Rodon, who went 16-9 last season with a 3.96 ERA. So had a good season last year. It is raining in the Bronx, though, so I did want to mention that it's raining in the Bronx. So I don't know how much rain they're supposed to get out there in New York, but hopefully there's no delay in the game. What's up, Ray? How's it going? What's up? Rodon is giving a scouting report on him. Good opener, more complete. Snake bits is what they're saying. And we are underway, folks. Ketel Marte at the plate. Rodon is ready to go. Here's the first pitch. It is in there for a strike on a 93-mile-per-hour four-seam fastball. Marte has a 273 average so far with a 748 OPS. No home runs, no RBIs. Here's the 0-1. Swing and a miss. So quick 0-2 count to Ketel Marte. Can Carlos Rodon get his first strikeout of the game here? Oh, and 2 count to Ketel Marte. Here's the pitch. It is low. Count is now 1-2. And folks in the chat, let me know. Make sure that you don't hear any sound coming from the TV. What's up, John the Beagle Dad? What's up? Here's the 1-2. Count is even now at 2-2. So was a quick 0-2 count, quickly 2-2. Let's see what the next pitch is going to be. Here's the 2-2. Ball in dirt. So 3 straight balls thrown from Carlos Rodon after the quick 2 strike pitches so far. Ball is probably a little slippery right now too with it raining in the Bronx. Looks like it's coming down pretty good, but there's still fans in the stadium. Here's the payoff, and he walks him. So a leadoff walk for Ketel Marte, and we have a runner on first. Yankees defense, Dominguez in left, Bellinger in center, Aaron Judge in right field, Oswaldo Cabrera at third, Volpe at short, Jazz at second, Goldschmidt at first, Wells at the dish, Ben Rice is DHing, and Rodon is on the mound. And we have Corbin Carroll at the plate now with a runner on first. And first pitch to Carroll is in there with a first strike. So 1 on, nobody out, top of the first, 0-1 count to Corbin Carroll. Here's the pitch from Rodon. And Corbin Carroll pops it up in the infield. Who makes the play? Oswaldo Cabrera waves Anthony Volpe off, makes the catch for out number 1. So Corbin Carroll pops out to Oswaldo Cabrera. And we have 1 out in the inning now. So in tonight's game, as far as the Yankees bats go, the top of the order needs to get it going. Top of the order was not effective last night. The bottom of the order, on the other hand, was a different story. And now we have Yariel Jr. at the plate, who takes a strike 1 on an 84-mile-per-hour slider. Yariel Jr. through 5 games, 1 home run, 3 RBIs, an OPS of 600. He's hitting 200. Here's the 0-1. Big swing and a miss. So strike 2. We have Andy Fletcher, who's the home plate umpire. He is considered hitter friendly. Last night's home plate umpire was considered pitcher friendly. So here's the 0-2 count. Rodon sets. Here's the pitch. And Gurriel smacks one high. It is far. It is gone. So a 2-run shot given up by Carlos Rodon. And the Diamondbacks are on the board on a 2-run blast by Gurriel Jr. So it's a 2-0 game, 399-foot home run, exit velo 106.8 miles per hour. So not a good way to start the game for Carlos Rodon, but hopefully he can still keep his composure. Yeah, just left that pitch high and hanging, and it was just perfect. So the Arizona Diamondbacks have a 2-0 lead on a 2-run blast from Gurriel Jr. And we have 1 out in the inning. And now we have Grichuk at the plate now. And it's a 1-1 count now to Grichuk. Or Grichuk. I think it's Grichuk. We'll go Grichuk. It's a 1-1 count to Grichuk. And a 79-mile-per-hour curveball in there for a strike. The count is 1-2 to Grichuk. The Diamondbacks are up 2-0 on a Gurriel Jr. 2-run blast. Here's the 1-2. Big swing and a miss. He struck him out. Boom. Play that whistle. Yeah. So we have 2 outs in the inning now. That was a nasty slider by Carlos Rodon. And now we have Josh Naylor at the plate. So lefty versus lefty matchup here. Here's the pitch from Rodon. That is called a ball. So Josh Naylor, 333 batting average, no home runs, 0 home runs, 3 RBIs, and 899 OPS. Here's the 1-0 count. 2-0 to Josh Naylor. Count is 2-0 to Josh Naylor. It's 2 outs, top of the first. The Diamondbacks have a 2-0 lead, and that pitch is in there for a strike. The count is 2-1 now to Josh Naylor. Count is 2-1 to Josh Naylor. Rodon sets. Here's the pitch. And Naylor fouls it back. The count is even at 2-2. Let's play that strike sound effect. Can Rodon get his second strikeout in this inning? Can he get his second strikeout of the game? Here's the 2-2. And it is a full count now to Josh Naylor. Three-two count, 2 outs, top of the first. Diamondbacks have a 2-0 lead. Rodon sets. Here's the pitch. And Josh Naylor pops it up. And it looks like Volpe is going to make that play for out number 3. And we are going to the bottom of the first. And the Diamondbacks have a 2-0 lead. So 2 runs, 1 hit, and a walk. So we are going to the bottom of the first, and Paul Goldschmidt will lead us off. But, folks, yep, not a good start to the game, but it's still early. We won't panic. So let's see if the Yankees can answer back. But what is up, everybody? Let's read some of the comments here. Matthew's saying, looks like the Rangers are back because they're I think he meant to say they're up 5-2 right now. What up, John the Beagle Dad? Yeah, I saw that Val Kilmer passed away, man. That was crazy. He was like 65, I think. What up, Desiree? She says, man, I'm logging into my boy in New Jersey's Amazon Prime account. I just went to it and it said blacked out. Oh, that sucks, man. Matthew's saying 5-4 or 5-4 there, Matthew. Top of the ninth. Is it 4-4? But we are in a commercial break right now, folks. We'll be back here momentarily, and it looks like we are back. So here we have Paul Goldschmidt is going to lead off. Cody Bellinger batting second. Aaron Judge batting third. Jazz Chisholm Jr. batting cleanup. Anthony Volpe batting fifth. Austin Wells batting sixth. Jason Dominguez batting seventh. Ben Rice batting eighth. Oswaldo Cabrera batting ninth. Oop, sorry. Just kind of testing some things out here. Don't mind me. Well, we have Zach Gallen on the mound today, so let's see how he does against the New York Yankees. Here's the pitch to Paul Goldschmidt, and it is a ball. The count is 1-0 to Paul Goldschmidt, who currently has a .313 batting average. Here's the 1-0, 2-0 to Goldschmidt. .313 batting average, 2 RBIs, .951 OPS, and 1 home run for Goldschmidt. Here's the 2-0 in there for a strike. The count is 2-1 now to Paul Goldschmidt. Goldschmidt steps out of the box, readjusts himself. It looks like he's ready to go. Here's the pitch from Gallen, and Goldschmidt fouls it off. The count is even at 2-2. Count is 2-2 to Paul Goldschmidt. Here's the pitch. Goldschmidt fouls it off again. So we are on the bottom of the first. The Diamondbacks have a 2-0 lead. It's a 2-2 count to Paul Goldschmidt. Cody Bellinger is on deck. Here's the 2-2. Count is now full. So 3-2 count to Paul Goldschmidt. Here's the payoff. And Goldschmidt fouls it. So still staying alive. So 7 pitches so far to Paul Goldschmidt. Here comes number 8. And Goldschmidt hits one high, but the center fielder is right there to make the play for out number 1. And we have 1 out now with Cody Bellinger coming to the plate. So Diamondbacks defense, Gurriel Jr. in left field, McCarthy in center, Corbin Carroll in right. The infield is Suarez at third, Perdomo at short, Marte at second, and at first base is Josh Naylor. Cody Bellinger so far, 308 average, 1 home run, 6 RBIs, and an OPS of 872. And he hits it right back to Gallen. Gallen throws over to first base for out number 2. So 2 quick outs this inning with the captain. All rise for the captain coming to the plate. He's absolutely smashing it in the Milwaukee series. Was ineffective last night, but let's see what he does in tonight's game. And here's Aaron Judge, and he will take a strike. It's an 0-1 count to the captain. Here's the 0-1. Whoa. Count is even at 1-1. Here's the 1-1. 2-1 to Aaron Judge. So we have 2 outs, bottom of the first, nobody on. 2 quick outs for Zach Gallen. Here's the 2-1. Big swing and a miss. The count is even at 2-2. And we have Jazz Chisholm Jr. waiting on deck. Judge steps back into the box. He's ready to go. Here's the 2-2. Good eye. Full count to Aaron Judge now. So it's a 3-2 count to Aaron Judge. And here's the 3-2. And did Judge go? And first base umpire said he did go around for out number 3. And that is the first strikeout for Zach Gallen. We are going to the top of the second. No runs, no hits, no errors. Let's see. Jake Boss says if Goldie stays healthy, I think he'll be a steal for the salary. I think so too, man. I like the Goldschmidt signing. I know some fans weren't in favor of it. I liked it. I mean, it was a 1-year, $12.5 million deal. It was an inexpensive deal, and he was an upgrade over Rizzo. Matthew says Zach Gallen was a terrible pitcher on the road and a good pitcher at home last season for the D-backs. Yeah, well, his first start was a rough one. So let's see what he does in this game. But give me 2 seconds, folks. I'll be right back. All right. But we are in a commercial break, folks. Hopefully you're all enjoying your evening. Hopefully you all had a good day. Hopefully are all having a great week. So I know sometimes there's rough days, rough weeks, good days, bad weeks, good weeks. You know how it goes. But try to make the best of it. Matthew says it's 4-4 in the bottom of the ninth with the Mets and Marlins. Okay. And it looks like we are back to the game. And we have Eugenio Suarez at the plate, who hit that grand slam last night that gave the Diamondbacks the victory. And it's a 1-0 count to Suarez. Rodon sets. Here's the pitch. And it's 2-0 count now to Suarez. Here's the 2-0. 3-0. So Suarez, as of right now, leads the National League in home runs. He's got 5 so far. Aaron Judge is leading in the American League with 4. Here's the 3-0. And he walks him. So 4-pitch walk to Suarez, and he will take first base. We have Moreno at the plate now. So we have a runner on first with no outs. And that's a ball. So count is 1-0 to Gabriel Moreno. Has a .417 average, 1 RBI, 917 OPS with no home runs in 4 games. Here's the 1-0, 2-0. So that's 6 straight balls going from Rodon. I think they didn't go out and talk to him. I think he's just losing grip on the ball. It is raining out there in New York, so they're just having a little chit chat. You got Paul Goldschmidt over there as well. So far, Carlos Rodon has 1 strikeout, 2 walks. And it's a 2-0 count right now to Gabriel Moreno. And you have Suarez at first base. Here's the pitch. In there, first strike on a 4-seam fastball, 93 miles per hour. So the count is 2-1 now to Moreno. Here's the 2-1. Count is 3-1 now to Moreno. So here's the 3-1, and it's fouled. So the count is now full to Moreno. It's a 3-2 count to Gabriel Moreno. So we have a runner on first. Oh, Moreno will call time. It's a 3-2 count to Moreno. We have a runner on first. Top of the second, nobody out. The Diamondbacks have a 2-0 lead. Rodon sets. Here's the pitch. And he fouls it back. Fastball was 93 miles per hour, and you have Jake McCarthy waiting on deck. Here's the 3-2, and he fouls it off again. So still 3-2 count. So Moreno making Rodon work. So it's good at bat so far for Moreno. Can Rodon get his second strikeout here? Here's the pitch. And off of Rodon's glove, and everybody's safe. So we have 2 runners on now. Runners on first and second with McCarthy coming to the plate. So the Diamondbacks are threatening right now. Just wanted to mention real quick, too, Carlos Rodon is at 33 pitches right now. And we have Jake McCarthy at the plate. So we have 2 runners on, first and second, with nobody out. Here's the pitch to McCarthy. He shows bunt, and it catches the tip of the bat, goes into Wells' glove, so it is called a strike. It is 0-1 to McCarthy. Rodon sets, checks the runner at second. Here's the pitch, shows bunt again, and bunts towards third base, but it is a foul ball. The count is now 0-2. So McCarthy going back to the batter's box here. Carlos Rodon sets, checks the runner at second. Here's the 0-2, and it's ball 1 to McCarthy. The count is 1-2 to McCarthy. And Geraldo Perdomo on deck. Here's the 1-2. Count is even now at 2-2. So Rodon's struggling a little bit in this inning. So currently at 37 pitches right now. Rodon shakes off the call, gets a signal, checks second base. Here's the pitch, and McCarthy hits a grounder to Jazz Chisholm, and Jazz Chisholm will go to first base for out number 1, but the runners do advance. So we have runners on second and third now with 1 out, and Perdomo is coming to the plate. Perdomo so far in 5 games, no home runs, 389 average, 6 RBIs, and an OPS of 844. Rodon is ready to go. Saying that the pitch com's not working. So it looks like we got some issues with the pitch com. We got the umpire out there talking with Rodon and Alt Wells, and looks like he's ready to go. So we have runners on second and third with 1 out in the top of the second. And we have Perdomo at the plate. Here's the pitch from Rodon, and it is ball 1 to Perdomo. The Diamondbacks have a 2-0 lead right now. Here's the 1-0. In there for a strike on a 93-mile-per-hour fastball. So the count is even at 1-1. Rodon waits for the signal, gets the signal. Here's the pitch. And Perdomo hits that to center field. Cody Bellinger right there to make the play, but a run will score. So the game now is 3-0. So a sac fly for Perdomo. And it's a 3-0 lead now for the Diamondbacks. And there's a runner on second now. So 2 outs in the inning, but the Diamondbacks do get a run. I thought the runner on second would have tagged up too, but decided to stay put. And we are back to the top of the order. We have Marte at the plate now, who walked in his first at bat. Here's the pitch to Marte, and Marte hits one, and it is a base hit to center field, and a runner will score. The game now is 4-0. So it's a rough start right now for Carlos Rodon, unfortunately. So not looking good. Not looking good. Has given up 4 runs now in 2 innings. So Marte gets an RBI here. So we have a runner on first now. We have 2 outs in the inning. And Marte runs. And do they get him? He is safe. Oh, he was off the bag. He's out. The umpire said he was off the bag. Volpe kept the tag, and he called him out. And that's how they get the 3rd out. So they're showing the replay here. Marte was initially safe, but he got off the bag, and the umpire called him out. So that is out number 3, but the Diamondbacks put on 2 more runs. So now they have 4 runs on 3 hits, and we are moving to the bottom of the second, and the Yankees are in a little bit of trouble right now. So they're down 4-0 now. But this Diamondbacks team, they're good, man. They got some good bats. I knew this. This team was going to be a bit of a challenge. So, let's see what happens. Jacob says we got to change the luck. Let's do a rigged duck race. Man, I got my 14-year-old nephew could tell a better joke than you. Boo! Well, we are in a commercial break right now, folks. And the Yankees are currently down 4-0. We're going to the bottom of the second. So, hopefully the Yankees can make something happen. So I don't know if anybody, this is not baseball related or Yankees related, but I don't know if anybody knows this ex-Raiders lineman. I'm not familiar. His name is John Vella. I just got a notification that he passed away at the age of 74. I'm getting some score notifications here. Looks like the Blue Jays beat the Nationals 4-2. We'll check some of the other scores here. So looks like Mets, Marlins 4-4 going to the bottom of the 10th. (6-1) Twins are beating the White Sox. 2-0 Boston's beating Baltimore right now. Phillies up against the Rockies. The Phillies are up against the Rockies. They're winning 1-0. Pittsburgh beat Tampa Bay 4-2. Milwaukee beat Kansas City in 11 innings, 3-2. St. Louis beat the Angels 12-5. Toronto beat Washington 4-2. The Cubs beat the A's 10-2. The Padres beat Cleveland 5-2. And Jazz Chisholm Jr. gets a hit. Sorry, folks. I was just reading off the scores here. But we have a leadoff hit by Jazz Chisholm Jr. Look at that beautiful torpedo bat. And we have a runner on first. Yo, Will Star, what's up, man? Long time no see. Well, we have Anthony Volpe at the plate, so we have Jazz Chisholm Jr. on first base. And it's an 0-1 count to Anthony Volpe. And Gallen throws over to first base. Checks on Jazz Chisholm. Yeah, it's been a while, Will Star. How's life treating you, man? How's everything going, bro? Everything going good with you and the family? Everything good? And Volpe pops one up, and the center fielder's running. Who's going to make that play? Oh, the shortstop makes that play. He kind of bobbled it, but he still made it. What a catch. Yeah, Perdomo ran all the way out to center field from shortstop. He bobbled it. I thought he might have dropped it, but no, it went back into his glove. So 1 out in the inning, folks, with a runner on first. You could have easily had 2 runners on base, but unfortunately it didn't work out. And Wells smacks one to right field. And let's see what happens here. Jazz Chisholm Jr. will stop at third. Austin Wells with a double. We have runners on second and third. Let's go. That's what I'm talking about. That's our catcher right there. So runners on second and third. Yeah, Wells ripped that into right field. So, almost it looked like it almost hit Jazz Chisholm Jr. And Jazz was off to the races. So exit velocity on that ball was 110.1 miles per hour, folks. And we have Jason Dominguez at the plate now. Big swing and a miss by Dominguez. 0-1 count. Yeah, that just missed Jazz Chisholm Jr. that was crazy. So 0-1 count to Dominguez. Ball's in the dirt. Count is 1-1. Dominguez so far batting .273 with 1 home run, 1 RBI. Hit his first home run last night off of Corbin Burns. Here's the 1-1. Big swing and a miss. The count is now 1-2 to Jason Dominguez. So we have runners on second and third with 1 out, bottom of the second. The Yankees are down 4-0, and they're trying to make some sort of rally here. Here's the 1-2. Whoa, swing and a miss. Another strikeout for Zach Gallen. That is his second strikeout of the game. So the Yankees are down to their final out in the bottom of the second. And now we have Ben Rice at the plate. And he takes the ball. The count is 1-0 to Ben Rice, who is hitting .500 through 4 games, 2 home runs, 2 RBIs, a 1745 OPS. Here's the 1-0 to Rice. In their first strike, the count is even at 1-1. Yankees have runners on second and third with 2 outs, bottom of the second. Count currently is 1-1. Here's the pitch from Gallen. Big swing and a miss. The count is now 1-2. So Ben Rice down to his final strike. Zach Gallen sets. Here's the 1-2 pitch. In the dirt. Did he go? He said he did not go. So the count is even at 2-2. So Ben Rice still staying alive. Two balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs, 2 on. A bunch of 2s. Here's the 2-2 count. And big swing and a miss. So Zach Gallen gets his 3rd strikeout. And that will end the second inning. The Yankees do leave 2 men on. And we are heading to the top of the 3rd. and the Arizona Diamondbacks have a 4-0 lead. So Yankees bats try to get something going, but just could not make the best of the opportunity. We're heading to the top of the third. Let's see what Rodon could do. So far, it's not a good start for Carlos Rodon, but we are in a commercial break right now. So really quick, folks, while we're in this commercial break, make sure you all hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, share this channel out with everybody you know. I would greatly appreciate it. Let's continue growing this channel out. And just to throw it out there, you know what? If we were able to get 50 likes on this live stream, on this play-by-play, I'll buy a membership and somebody will be a member for 30 days. And so if we're able to get 50 likes, I don't know if we will, but if we're able to get 50, I'll buy somebody I'll buy a membership for someone, and there will be a lucky winner. So far, it looks like I'm at 19 likes. What do you mean? What is it with this Boston signing? They just signed one of their young guys, one of their prospects. They gave him an extension. He's supposed to be really good. Thank you, John. Appreciate it. But we are in a commercial break right now. So we're in the top of the third inning now, folks. And we have Corbin Carroll at the plate, who was 0 for 1 in tonight's game. He popped out in the first inning, and it's a 1-0 count to Corbin Carroll. And looks like he clearly went on that pitch, so the count is now 1-1 to Corbin Carroll. And Corbin Carroll hits one to center field. Cody Bellinger running back to the warning track, makes the play for out number 1. And Rodon is just like, what was that? But yeah, that was a long run for Cody Bellinger, and he was running back, hit the warning track, and made the leap, made the catch, bounced off the wall. That's why Bellinger's our center fielder. That's why he's a Gold Glover. But Carroll hit that one far, man. That ball was going back for sure. And now we have Yariel Jr. at the plate, who hit a 2-run shot off of Carlos Rodon in the first inning. Here's the 1-0. Count is now 2-0 to Lourdes Gurriel Jr. So we are in the top of the third with 1 out, nobody on. The Diamondbacks have a 4-0 lead. Here's the 2-0, and that is in their first strike. The count is now 2-1. Here's the 2-1. And Gurriel fouls it back. The count is even at 2-2. Can Rodon get a strike here? And we have Randall Grichuk on deck. So Rodon right now at 50 pitches, folks. Here's the 2-2. Count is now full. So 3-2 count now to Carlos Rodon. Here's the payoff, and he walks Gurriel Jr. So Gurriel Jr. will take first base, and Grichuk will come to the plate now. So it's been a pretty rough start for Carlos Rodon. He's given up 4 runs so far on 3 hits. Grichuk struck out in his first at bat, so Rodon only has 1 strikeout, 3 walks. And first pitch to Grichuk is a ball, so it's a 1-0 count to Carlos Rodon. Here's the 1-0. Oh, and that ball gets away, but the runner will stay put. Count is 2-0 now to Grichuk. So we have a runner on first base with 1 out, top of the third. It's 2-0 count to Grichuk. Here's the 2-0. Just missed. The count is now 3-0. Grichuk. It's Grichuk. Here's the pitch. Another walk. So Carlos Rodon really struggling in this game, folks. He has thrown currently 56 pitches, thrown 28 strikes, 28 balls, folks. So equal right down the line. So yeah, so 4 walks so far for Carlos Rodon. So we have runners on first and second with Josh Naylor at the plate, who was 0 for 1 in today's game. Here's the pitch from Rodon, and that is in there for a strike. So the count is 0-1. So Rodon has given up 3 hits, 4 runs, through 4 walks, 1 strikeout. Here's the 0-1. 1-1 to Josh Naylor. Here's the 1-1. In there for a strike on an 84-mile-per-hour slider. It's a 1-2 count. Can Rodon get his second strikeout of the game, folks? We have 2 runners on right now. Here's the pitch, and count is even at 2-2. And we have Eugenio Suarez waiting on deck. Rodon currently at 60 pitches right now, about to throw pitch number 61. He checks second base. He does chase back Yariel. And we're going to do it again. Runners take their lead. Here's the pitch. Naylor hits a grounder to Josh Chisholm for out 1, number 1. And Volpe throws to first base. Sorry, I choked that one up big time, but inning-ending double play, folks. Inning-ending double play. So it's just, he's going up against a very good Arizona Diamondbacks lineup, man, and he's just not able to get control of his pitches. It's also raining out there in New York too, so not that I'm trying to make excuses for him, but it's not his game, And again, he's going up against a very good Diamondbacks team. So Diamondbacks, they could hit, they could pitch, they could run. I mean, they could do it all. But we are going to the bottom of the third, folks. We're currently in a commercial break. So how's everybody feeling tonight? What is going on? Yeah, can't really say I'm too happy about this game. Yankees lose tonight, they lose the series. And they're showing a highlight of Red Sox prospect Christian Campbell hitting his first career home run back on March 29th. This is the player that the Boston Red Sox have signed an extension to. So second player that they signed an extension to this season. First one was Garrett Crochet. We are back to the game, folks, to the bottom of the third, and we have Oswaldo Cabrera at the plate, who takes a strike. It's an 0-1 count to Oswaldo Cabrera. Count now is 1-1 to Oswaldo Cabrera. Here's the 1-1. Count is 2-1 now to Oswaldo Cabrera. Gallen right now at 34 pitches. So his pitch count right as of right now is good. Here's the 2-1. 2-2 count now. That was an 81 mile per hour knuckle curve. Here's the 2-2. Count is full now to Oswaldo Cabrera. So 3-2 count to Oswaldo Cabrera. And we have Paul Goldschmidt waiting on deck. Here's the 3-2. And swing and a miss. So Oswaldo Cabrera strikes out. And that is the fourth strikeout for Zach Gallen. So far, so good for Zach Gallen. A lot of spin on that pitch. Whew. We have Paul Goldschmidt at the plate, who is 0-1 in tonight's game, and he takes a strike. So 1 out, nobody on, bottom of the third. Here's the 0-1. Goldschmidt fouls it, quickly becomes an 0-2 count. Goldschmidt is 0-1 in today's game, and he takes the ball, so it's a 1-2 count now to Paul Goldschmidt. Here's the 1-2, and Paul Goldschmidt pops it up, and who is going to make that play? Marte makes the catch for out number 2, and we have Cody Bellinger coming to the plate. Cody Bellinger is 0-1 in tonight's game. So we have 2 outs with nobody on, bottom of the third. Here's the pitch from Gallen. Swing and a miss by Cody Bellinger. So strike 1 to Cody Bellinger. So 0-1 count to Cody Bellinger. Here's the pitch from Gallen. Another swing and a miss. And that was on an 89 mile per hour cutter. The count is 0-2 to Cody Bellinger. Bellinger calls time. Tries to get himself readjusted. Looks like he's ready to go. Zach Gallen is ready to go. Here's the pitch. And did he go? Yes, he did. Third base umpire said yes, he did. He did go around. And it's a 1-2-3 inning. And we are going to the top of the fourth, and that is the 5th strikeout for Zach Gallen. So Zach Gallen is shoving right now. So Yankees don't turn this around. It's definitely going to be a very long game. And now we are going to the top of the fourth. Folks, how we feeling? Can't really say I'm in a good mood right now with how things are going for the New York Yankees. The bats are not performing. At this moment, they had one opportunity, but could not capitalize on it. And that was back in the 2nd inning. And Carlos Rodon is just not on his game tonight, folks. Not on his game. And I'm just sending a quick text right now to a friend. Jacob Petruzzi saying Mets are up 6-5, bottom of the 10th. We have men on first and second, no outs. Did I read that correct there, Jacob? I appreciate you letting me know about the score. It looks like we are back to the game. Rodon is back on the mound. And it's a strike to Suarez, who walked in the second inning and scored a run. So it's an 0-1 count to Eugenio Suarez. And second pitch is a strike on a 93-mile-per-hour fastball. So it's a quick 0-2 count to Eugenio Suarez. Here's the 0-2, and he fouls it off. And we have Gabriel Moreno on deck. It's an 0-2 count to Suarez. We are in the top of the fourth. Here's the 0-2. Big swing and a miss. Boom. So that is the second strikeout in this game for Carlos Rodon. Beautiful changeup. And now we have Moreno at the plate. And here's the pitch to Moreno, and it is a ball. The count is 1-0. So Moreno. Here's the 1-0. In there for a strike. Count is now 1-1. Here's the 1-1. In there for a strike on an 85-mile-per-hour slider. Let's get that horn playing. Can Rodon get his third strikeout, folks? And Moreno fouls that off. Hey, what's up, Laugh Daily? Joining us from Twitch. You found me. I know who you are, bro. What's going on, man? What's up? Here's a 1-2 count, and the count is even at 2-2 now to Moreno. So nobody on, one out, top of the fourth, 2-2 count to Moreno. Carlos Rodon just threw his 70th pitch. Here comes pitch number 71. And Moreno fouls it off. Cody going to go on kick. Yeah, so I'll talk to you about that. I was trying to connect StreamYard to kick, but it wouldn't connect. I did everything right, but here's the 2-2, and Moreno hits a grounder to Anthony Volpe, throws over to first for out number 2. So we have 2 outs in this inning. And we have McCarthy coming to the plate. Yeah, I'm trying to so I got StreamYard connected to my X account, to YouTube, and now it is connected to Twitch. I'd love to see what else I could do with Twitch. I was trying to connect it to Kick, but it just wouldn't connect, and I don't know why. But here's the pitch to McCarthy. He hits a grounder to Paul Goldschmidt, who throws over to Rodon and just gets him for out number 3. It was really close. And we are heading to the bottom of the fourth, and Aaron Judge will lead us off. to start the bottom of the fourth. Yeah, Stephen B., the bats absolutely need to wake up, man. So that was a very easy inning for Carlos Rodon. That was his easiest inning so far. Let's see what he does in the fifth. I would imagine the fifth inning could be his last inning. He's currently, his pitch count is in the 70s now. I believe he's at 72 or 73 pitches. So it's a 4-0 game, folks. We're going to the bottom of the fourth. And the Yankees bats certainly need to wake up. Can they wake up? We'll just have to wait and see. And just out of curiosity, I'll look at this poll real quick. And looks like there was 21 votes, and most of you have said that Rodon will pitch 4 to 6 innings. So 76% of you. It looks like I'm at 21 likes. I don't know if I'll get to 50 likes on this play-by-play live stream, right? I don't know if I'll get to 50 likes while I'm live, but if I get to 50 likes while I'm live, I'll buy a membership, and somebody will receive a membership. Stephen B says they need a good leadoff walk. Yeah, I mean they got to get some hits going, man. They had an opportunity when they had runners on second and third back in the second inning, but just couldn't capitalize on it. Laugh Daily says, "Okay, I'll go on there and follow you. What you trying to connect? Can you type the site to me, and I'll ask some people. I know why. Okay, you'll have to give me a second there, man, since I'm calling the game. Let me get this screen back up. Sorry about that, folks. But we have Aaron Judge at the plate, who is 0 for 1 in today's game. And it's a 2-0 count to Aaron Judge. He struck out in his first at bat. Here's the 2-0. Big swing and a miss. The count is now 2-1 to Aaron Judge. We have Jazz Chisholm Jr. waiting on deck, who is 1 for 1 in today's game. And Judge takes his second strike. So the count is even at 2-2. Zach Gallen right now at 48 pitches, folks. And Gallen waiting for the call. He gets the call. Oh, and Judge went around for his second strikeout of the game. Gallen now has 6 strikeouts in tonight's game. Yeah, definitely tied up Judge. So Judge is 0 for 2 tonight with 2 strikeouts. So we have Jazz Chisholm Jr. now, who hit a single in the second inning. He's 1 for 1 in tonight's game. So we have 1 out. It's the bottom of the fourth. And Jazz Chisholm Jr. hits one. And who makes that play? Corbin Carroll makes that play for out number 2. So 2 quick outs for Zach Gallen with Anthony Volpe coming to the plate. Anthony Volpe is 0 for 1 in tonight's game. Volpe shows bunt, lays off. And it's a 1-0 count to Anthony Volpe. And here's the 1-0. Count is now 2-0 to Anthony Volpe. Here's the 2-0, and Volpe, high fly ball, and he flies out to Corbin Carroll for out number 3. So it's a quick 1-2-3 for Zach Gallen. So no runs, no hits, no errors, and we are going to the top of the 5th, folks. So Yankees bats still can't make anything happen, folks. Not a good game for the Yankees right now. Zach Gallen pitching a really, really good game. Currently has 6 strikeouts, does not have any walks. Hello, Susan. She says Rodon got nothing tonight. Going back to his old way of slinging the ball. Yeah, just it's just not his night. He's this not able to find the strike zone. Pitches are just not finding its location, unfortunately. So, but it happens. It happens. What are we gonna do? You know. But we are currently in a commercial break right now. We will be starting the top of the 5th here momentarily. Now I'm just doing something real quick on my end. I'll check Major League Baseball scores here momentarily. And I show an old highlight of Paul O'Neill, a younger Paul O'Neill. And we are back to the game. And we have Perdomo at the plate, and it's a 1-0 count to Perdomo. It's a 2-0 count now to Perdomo. So Rodon just not able to locate the strike zone in this game, folks. He's really struggling in tonight's game. So this game here, really the complete opposite of how he pitched on opening day. Yeah, he's definitely frustrated. You could tell the look on his face. He is frustrated. Pitchers are just not where they need to be in this game, folks. And the count now is 2-2 to Carlos Rodon, and now his fastball is getting a little bit higher. That was a 94 mile per hour four-seam fastball. His fastballs from earlier in the game were hitting about 91, 92 miles per hour. He's currently right now at 77 pitches. And Perdomo pops one up, and Aaron Judge is right there to make the play for out number 1. So I'd imagine this is going to probably be his final inning for Carlos Rodon. So now we have Marte, who hits it right back to Rodon, throws over to first for out number 2. So 2 quick outs for Carlos Rodon. He is currently now at 79 pitches. That was a nice stop by Rodon. I mean, bounces off his body. Looks like he's okay. It looks like the trainer's out there just to check on him. Well, bounced off his forearm. I thought it was off his body, but could have been worse. But we have 2 outs in the top of the 5th with nobody on. And we have Corbin Carroll at the plate, who is 0 for 2 in today's game. So Corbin Carroll popped out and flew out. And it looks like the game will resume. There's a little bit of a delay there, but we're good to go now. Rodon gets the signal. Here's the pitch. And it's a foul ball. So 0-1 count to Corbin Carroll. Carlos Rodon right now is at 80 pitches, folks. Here's the 0-1. And it's fouled. Quick 0-2 count. Let's get that sound effect going. Can Carlos Rodon get his 3rd strikeout of the inning? So 0-2 count, 2 outs, top of the 5th, nobody on. The Diamondbacks still have a 4-0 lead. Here's the 0-2. Swing and a miss. Boom. Struck him out. So Rodon, another 1-2-3 inning. Another easy inning for him. And that is his 3rd strikeout of the game. And we are going to the bottom of the 5th. It'll be Wells, Dominguez. Wells, Dominguez, and Rice. Hey, what's up, Joe? How's it going? He says he's late. He's not feeling well. I'm sorry you're not feeling well, man. It's all good. Take care of yourself, all right? And he says, man, if I feel like that way, Rodon is pitching, I got you. Well, we are heading to the bottom of the 5th. We are in a commercial break right now. Yankees need some sort of rally to come back. Do the Yankees have a comeback in them? That's the big question. Let's check the scores here around Major League Baseball. Boston's beating Baltimore 3-0. The Phillies are beating the Rockies 2-0. The Dodgers and the Braves are about to start. Texas Rangers are beating the Reds 1-0, right? Or they beat the Reds 1-0. Pittsburgh Pirates beat the Rays 4-2. The Brewers won in extra innings against the Royals 3-2. St. Louis beat the Angels 12-5. The Twins beat the White Sox 6-1. The Blue Jays beat the Nationals 4-2. Cubs beat the Athletics 10-2. The Padres beat the Guardians 5-2. The Padres are 7-0 right now, folks. The Mariners beat the Tigers 3-2. The Giants beat the Astros 6-3. And the Mets won in extra innings, in 11 innings. They beat the Marlins 6-5, folks. So those are your scores in around Major League Baseball, people. And we have Austin Wells at the plate right now, who is 1 for 1 in today's game. He hit a double in his last at bat. And looks like there was a ball that was on the field. And it's an 0-1 count to Austin Wells. And Perdomo does get Wells for out number 1. And we have Jason Dominguez coming to the plate. Zach Gallen right now at 56 pitches so far, pitching a really good game for the Diamondbacks. And here we have Dominguez who takes the ball. It's a 1-0 count to Jason Dominguez. Here's the 1-0. Just missed the strike zone. The count is now 2-0 to Jason Dominguez. Here's the 2-0. Swing and a miss. Count is 2-1 now. 2 balls, 1 strike to the Martian. We are in the bottom of the 5th with 1 out, nobody on. 2 balls, 1 strike to Jason Dominguez. Here's the pitch. Another swing and a miss on a knuckle curve. Zach Gallen really doing work with that knuckle curve. The Yankees have no answer to that. The Yankees bats have no answer to that knuckle curve. The count is even at 2 balls and 2 strikes. Here's the 2-2 and swing and a miss. And Dominguez goes down. He is 0 for 2. That is Zach Gallen's 7th strikeout of the game. So he is shoving in tonight's game. So strikeout number 7 for Zach Gallen. Yankees bats have no answer to his pitching tonight, folks. And he's currently at 61 pitches. And here we have Ben Rice at the plate, and he takes a ball. So 2 quick outs for Zach Gallen. Ben Rice is 0 for 1 in tonight's game. And there's a strike on a 4-seam fastball. The count is 1-1. Yeah, Zach Gallen's Yankees are 0 for 7 tonight. 6 strikeouts on a knuckle curve. And as I say that, it's a 1-2 count now. Swing and a miss by Ben Rice. And that was actually on a changeup. Here's the 1-2. Another strikeout, another on a knuckle curve, 83 mile per hour. Zach Gallen doing work tonight, folks. That is strikeout number 8. The Yankees bats just don't have an answer for him. And we are heading to the top of the 6th, folks. Not a good outing for, Carlos Rodon. Not a good game so far for the Yankees bats. So how do we feel, folks? What's going on? How do we feel about all of this? Unless the Yankees wake up, this game is Yankees need to wake up. It's this game is slowly but surely getting away from them. The game is slowly but surely getting closer to the end. Joe says, looks like they're going into bad habits again. Good pitching will let that happen. Indeed, it will. Dominguez looks lost in patience because Jason's young. Well, as I keep saying with these young players, such like with Jason Dominguez, manage your expectations. He's going to go through growing pains, right? So we have to manage our expectations as a fan base, which is a hard thing to do. Yankees need someone to get them going. Yeah, indeed, Susan. Indeed. Somebody in that lineup, right? Somebody in that lineup needs to get it going. But who is it going to be? They had a little bit of an opportunity earlier in the game, but just could not capitalize, unfortunately. So, but kudos to the Diamondbacks. But, they only put up the 4 runs in the first 2 innings, haven't put up any runs after that. So, but the Yankees were still not able to answer, unfortunately. But that's due to Zach Gallen's phenomenal pitching tonight. 8 strikeouts in the game. So he's putting in work. He's definitely shoving. Yeah, well, I'm not going to worry about the fans there, Joe. So we are back to the game now, folks. And we have Lourdes Gurriel Jr., who is 1 for 1 in tonight's game. He hit a 2-run shot in the first inning, and he walked in his last at bat. And here we have Yoandry Gomez warming up in the bullpen. It's an 0-1 count to Gurriel Jr. And did he go? First base umpire said no. The count is 1-1. I agree, Susan. I completely agree with you on that. And did he go on that pitch? And first base umpire says no. And the count now is 2-1. So first 2 innings for Rodon, bit of a struggle. Last 3 innings has been better. Count is 3-1 now to Rodon. I thought last inning would have been his last. I thought the 5th inning was going to be his last inning, but he's out there for the 6th. He's currently at 86 pitches right now, folks. Here's the 3-1 in there for a strike on a 94-mile-per-hour four-seam fastball. And we have Randall Grichuk on deck. Here's the payoff. Swing and a miss. Boom. He struck him out. So that is Carlos Rodon's 4th strikeout of the game. And we have 1 out in the top of the 6th. So I think he's going to give it all he's got. And look at Yariel with his purple hair. And strike 1 to Grichuk, who is 0 for 1 in tonight's game. 0-1 count, 1 out, nobody on. Top of the 6th, way high. Count is 1-1 now. 1 ball, 1 strike. Yeah, Susan. And Grichuk pops it up. Aaron Judge is making a run, and he makes the play for out number 2. So 2 outs now in this inning. Yeah, Susan says here when Rodon falls behind, he lets it get to him. Mo always said you have to have amnesia from one pitcher to the next. Yeah, I mean, you know, you got to put it behind you, right? If you had a batter hit a home run off of you, or if it was just a bad outing, you got to move on, right? And we have Josh Naylor at the plate, and that was a big swing and a miss. It's an 0-1 count to Josh Naylor, who is 0 for 2 in tonight's game. Here's the 0-1. Just missed. The count is even at 1-1. So we have 2 outs, top of the 6th, nobody on. The Diamondbacks lead the Yankees 4-0. And it's a 1-1 count to Naylor. Here's the pitch. Count is now 2-1 to Josh Naylor. Here's the 2-1. And Naylor fouls it. And the count is even at 2-2. Let's play that horn. Can Carlos Rodon get strikeout number 5, folks? Can he get his 5th strikeout of the game? Rodon steps off the mound, readjusts himself. He's ready to go. Here's the 2-2. And he struck him out. Boom! And Rodon gets his 5th strikeout of the game, and we are going to the bottom of the 6th. It'll be Cabrera, Goldschmidt, Bellinger due up, folks. So 5 strikeouts for Carlos Rodon. So first 2 innings, it was rough for Rodon. He gave up 4 runs, but after those 2 innings, he definitely started to pitch better. He looked a lot better after that, but now the Yankees bats just need to get going. The Yankees bats just unfortunately have no answer to Zach Gallen. Zach Gallen is just absolutely shoving tonight, especially with that knuckle curve. He's just striking those guys. He's just getting all the Yankees guys with that pitch. So, he's got 8 strikeouts tonight, Zach Gallen. So, yeah, I mean, Rodon, at least in some way, shape, or form, he does end on a positive note. So, that's good, right? Giving up those runs early in the game certainly didn't help him, but again, after those first 2 innings, he looked really good. He looked really good. He looked like he settled down. So, and was able to find himself. But we'll see what happens. If the Yankees have any sort of answer. But the bottom of the 6th is coming up, and I'll be right back. Yeah, Zach Gallen, 5 innings pitched, only gave up 2 hits, no runs, no walks, 8 strikeouts. So good game for him. And here we have Oswaldo Cabrera, and he takes a strike. He is 0 for 1 in tonight's game. He struck out in his last at bat. And it's a 1-1 count now to Oswaldo Cabrera. We are in the bottom of the 6th, and the Diamondbacks have a 4-0 lead against the New York Yankees. And that fastball is in there for a strike. The count is 1-2. Here's the 1-2. And that ball gets away. Cabrera is running to first. And he will be on first base. He swing and missed, but the catcher couldn't keep control of the ball, and it gets away from him. So Cabrera will take first base. Stephen B, they're going up against Zach Gallen, man. He's just playing with these guys. And now we have Goldschmidt at the plate, who was 0 for 2 in tonight's game, and he takes a strike. It's an 0-1 count. Zach Gallen right now at 60 pitches, folks. So we have a runner on first with nobody out. It's an 0-1 count to Paul Goldschmidt, and he takes strike number 2, and it's an 0-2 count to Paul Goldschmidt. Count is 0-2. Here's the pitch, and it is a ball. So count is 1 ball, 2 strikes. And here we have Cody Bellinger waiting on deck. Here's the 1-2 count. Just missed. The count is even at 2-2. So 2 balls, 2 strikes to Paul Goldschmidt. Here's the 2-2 count. And Goldschmidt has struck out. I don't think he liked that call. That is the 10th strikeout for Zach Gallen. And here we have Cody Bellinger at the plate. We have 1 out in the bottom of the 6th, and it's an 0-1 count to Cody Bellinger. He's 0 for 2 in tonight's game. Here's the 0-1, and misses. The count is 1 ball, 1 strike now to Cody Bellinger. Here's the 1-1. Count is now 2-1. So 2 balls, 1 strike to Cody Bellinger. We have 1 out in the bottom of the 6th with a runner on first. Bellinger's all covered up in the face. Looks like it's a pretty cold night there in the Bronx. Here's the 2-1. Bellinger hits one right to the second baseman. Oh, did he miss? No, he still gets the out. The shortstop still had the control of the ball. So there's 2 outs in the inning with a runner on first with the captain, Aaron Judge, coming to the plate. Yeah, Marte makes a diving play, throws the ball. It was kind of a bad throw, but shortstop was able to maintain control of the ball and was still able to get the runner out at second. And here we have Aaron Judge at the plate. Here's the pitch. Strike 1 to Aaron Judge. Aaron Judge struck out twice tonight. He is 0 for 2 in tonight's game, folks. So 0-1 count to Aaron Judge. Here's the pitch. Strike 2. So 0-2 count to Aaron Judge. Here's the 0-2. 1-2 count now to Aaron Judge. So 1 ball, 2 strikes to the captain. We have 2 outs in the bottom of the 6th with a runner on first. And the Diamondbacks have a 4-0 lead right now. Gallen is about to throw pitch number 82 and swing and a miss. So Judge goes down for the 3rd time. He is 0 for 3 with 3 strikeouts in tonight's game. Zach Gallen, folks, he is doing work tonight. He is doing some work tonight. He is definitely shoving. That is his 11th strikeout of the game. And I would imagine he's going to definitely come out for in the bottom of the 7th. So top of the 7th coming up, folks. I don't know about you all. I'm not feeling this game is it's frustrating. It's frustrating. And let me go fix my shades here. It looks like there's some sun on my face. It's still daytime where I am, people. So give me 2 seconds here. It looks like that sun is still hitting me. Oh, man, this is funny. Let me adjust that shade again. Oh, my God. Yes, that sun is shining through. I'm going to have to adjust myself here. And it looks like we are back to the game. And Yoandry Gomez is in the game right now to start the top of the 7th. And it's a 1-0 count to Suarez, who pops one up, and Cody Bellinger is running back to the track, makes the play for out number 1. Similar play that he made earlier. Susan, I live in Colorado, so I'm a couple of hours behind you. What up, Ace? Ace says double-digit strikeouts in back-to-back games. We go against good pitching and look lost. Yeah, man. Yeah, I mean they have. They have good pitching. There was no doubt that they had good pitching. That was the one thing I was really worried about with the Yankees going up against the Diamondbacks. And we have Moreno at the plate, and he fouls one off. It's strike one to Moreno. We are in the top of the seventh. The Diamondbacks still have a 4-0 lead. Moreno in tonight's game is 1 for 2. And here's the 0-1. And that is in there for a strike. The count is now 0-2 to Moreno. Can Yoendry Gomez get a strikeout here? Here's the 0-2. And Moreno pops one up. Cody Bellinger makes the play for out number 2. So 2 quick outs for Gomez. Okay. New York didn't have much sun. I didn't think so. I looked at the weather. It looks like it was cloudy. Looks like they're going to get some rain tomorrow. It was raining during the game earlier, so. But we have 2 outs in this inning with McCarthy at the plate, who is 0 for 2 in tonight's game. And he takes a strike. It is an 0-1 count to McCarthy. And McCarthy grounded out twice in today's game. Here's the 0-1, and he misses with the ball, so the count is even at 1 ball, 1 strike, folks. Here's the 1-1. Swing and a miss. Let's get that horn playing. Can he get a strikeout to end top of the 7th? So we have 2 outs in the inning. Nobody on. 1-2 count to McCarthy. As McCarthy steps back into the box, Gomez steps on the mound. He is ready to go. Gets the signal. Here's the pitch. And just misses on a 95-mile-per-hour four-seam fastball. The count is even at 2 balls and 2 strikes to McCarthy. McCarthy sets. Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss. Boom. And he struck him out to end the top of the 7th. We are going to the bottom of the 7th. It is the 7th inning stretch. So make sure you get up and stretch. Go get some snacks. Go get some drinks. And we'll be right back, folks. We'll be right back. So I'm going to go ahead and stretch myself. I'll be right back. What's going on, folks? Looks like we are coming back to the game. It is the bottom of the seventh. Do the Yankees have a rally left in them? Zach Gallen is back in the game, and he throws a ball to Jazz Chisholm Jr., who is 1 for 2 in today's game. So it's a 1-0 count to Jazz Chisholm Jr. Here's the pitch from Gallen. 2-0 count now to Zach Gallen. And the Diamondbacks have Mantipley warming up in the bullpen. He's a left-handed pitcher. 3-0 count to Jazz Chisholm Jr. So Gallen at 85 pitches right now, folks. And he takes a strike there. So the count now is 3 balls, 1 strike. That was a trade recap back in 2019 when the Marlins acquired Jazz Chisholm Jr. And the Marlins sent Zach Gallen to the Diamondbacks. Looks like it's working out for him. And the count is now full at 3 balls and 2 strikes to Jazz Chisholm Jr. What's up, John? How's it going? Here's the 3-2. And he struck him out. So went from 3-0 and went to 3-2 and struck him out. And that is strikeout number 12 for Zach Gallen. Unbelievable. Unbelievable. In Furnace, what's up, man? Joining us from San Diego. What's going on, bro? How you feeling, man? How you doing? How's your day, bro? How's your day? "12 strikeouts tonight, most by a Diamondbacks pitcher versus Yankees all time. But we have Anthony Volpe at the plate now, and he is 0 for 2 in tonight's game. And it's a 1-1 count to Anthony Volpe. Here's the pitch from Gallen. And it is in there for a strike, a 80-mile-per-hour knuckle curve. He is just destroying the Yankees' batters with the knuckle curve. And it's 1 ball, 2 strikes here for Anthony Volpe. And here's the pitch, and the count is even at 2 balls, 2 strikes. Here's the 2-2. And Volpe fouls it off. Zach Gallen right now at 93 pitches. Clearly going to be his last inning. Here's the 2-2. Count is now full at 3 balls and 2 strikes. Zach Gallen now about to throw pitch number 95, folks. Here's the 3-2, and Volpe fouls it off. Still staying alive. And here's the 3-2, and swing and a miss. The 13th strikeout for Zach Gallen. Oh, my God. The Yankees' bats just have no answer. So back-to-back strikeouts in the bottom of the 7th. And now we have Austin Wells coming to the plate, who is 1 for 2 in tonight's game. Zach Gallen right now at 96 pitches. And Wells fouls that off. It's an 0-1 count to Austin Wells. So no balls, 1 strike. Here's the pitch from Gallen, and almost hits Wells. And it's a 1-1 count now, so 1 ball, 1 strike. Yeah, the Yankees' bats are just awful tonight, Susan. That's, so And it's a 1-2 count now to Austin Wells. So final strike here for Wells. 1 ball, 2 strikes. The Yankees bats just have no answer for Zach Gallen. They were only able to get 2 hits off of him tonight. Here's the 1-2. And did he go? And third base umpire says no. So the count is even at 2 balls, 2 strikes. Yeah, the torpedo bats are not helping. So what are fans going to say now? That the Yankees suck? Because they were saying, oh, the Yankees and the torpedo bats. That's why they're playing well. And Wells hits one to right field, and he's on there with a single. So Wells now is 2 for 3. That is the 3rd hit given up by Zach Gallen, and he is at 101 pitches and looks like he is going to be taken out of the game. But you got to give kudos to Gallen. He pitched an excellent game today, people. But we have 2 outs in the inning, and there's going to be a pitching change here. Yeah, Gallen doesn't want to be taken out. He's just like, no, leave me in. But nope, he's being taken out. And due up will be Dominguez, Rice, and Cabrera. And I believe it is Mantipley that is coming into the game. So we're having a pitching change right now in the game, folks. And while we are having a pitching change, we are in a commercial break. Not the game that we wanted. Yankees bats had 0 answer. They just got their 3rd hit in the game. Yeah, not good. Not good. This is terrible. So, 13 strikeouts by Zach Gallen, folks. Ace, what's up? He says 27 strikeouts in 2 games, a baseball game worth of strikeouts. Yeah, the Yankees offense has been just terrible in the last couple of games. The bats have not been great, but again, the Diamondbacks, they scored 4 runs. Their 4 runs came in the first 2 innings, and they only have 3 hits. So it's not like the Diamondbacks bats were very effective. They only scored in the first and second inning, but then after that, the bats went cold as well. But the Yankees bats were not any better. It's as simple as that. But Zach Gallen, though, 13 strikeouts for Arizona starter. Pitched a really good game tonight. Really good game. So, we have a runner on first when we get back. Dominguez will be due up. Do they have an answer for Mantipley? Do they have an answer in this inning? And we are back to the game. And Jason Dominguez will bat from the right side of the plate. And we have Joe Mantipley on the mound right now, who's taking over for Zach Gallen, and he is a left-handed pitcher. So we have a runner on first with 2 outs, bottom of the 7th, and a big swing and a miss by Jason Dominguez. It is strike 1. And it's an 0-1 count, and Dominguez fouls it off. It's a quick 0-2. So no balls, 2 strikes. Zach Gallen just 6 2/3, 3 hits, only giving up 3 hits. Did not walk anybody, didn't give up any runs. He struck out 13. And here's the 0-2. 1 ball, 2 strikes now to Jason Dominguez. Yeah, 4 runs is not, it's not a lot, right? But when and it sucks when you can't put on when the Yankees can't score any runs, and Dominguez fouls that off. The count is still 1 ball and 2 strikes. They could have created some opportunities, but it's just, again, they went up against a really good pitcher in Zach Gallen, and Zach Gallen did work. Again, the number speaks for itself. The Yankees really had 1 opportunity. They were able to threaten 1 time, but That was the only opportunity that they had. But it's a 1-2 count to Jason Dominguez with a runner on first, bottom of the 7th, 2 outs. Mantipley sets. And here's the pitch. And Dominguez hits that to the third baseman, throws over to second for out number 3. We are going to the top of the 8th, folks. And it'll be Perdomo, Marte, Carroll. So opportunity slowly fading away, people. Slowly fading away. Trust me, it is hard for me to call this game and interact and talk and try to keep a positive mindset. You know what I mean? So it's not the game that we wanted. It's not the series that we wanted. But sometimes these things do happen. It's baseball, Susan. And that's referring to Susan Waldman, not Susan in our chat. But, hey, I can refer to Susan in our chat, too. Jared, what's up, Jared? He says, hello, Red Sox. He says, hello, Red Sox won. Finally, Crochet went 8 innings and 8 strikeouts. And he says, let's go D-backs. It's all good, man. It's all good. Still a long season, my friend. Still a long season. So this is game number 5 of the season. And we are in a commercial break right now. I do appreciate every single one of you that are tuning in. Make sure you all hit that like button. If you are new to the channel, hit that subscribe button. Share this channel out with everybody you know. I would greatly appreciate it. Let's continue growing out this Strike Zone family. It would mean the world to me. So how's everybody's night going, though? Hopefully everybody's having a good night. What did you all end up having for dinner? I know, Susan, earlier during the pregame, you said you were going to order out. I forgot what you said. You ordered something. I think you said falafel, but I could be wrong. John is eating some eggs. Yeah, I heard about Val Kilmer, man. Well, we're back to the game, top of the 8th. And John went to the gym today. Good for you, man. And Yoendry Gomez is back on the mound. And his pitch to Perdomo is fouled back, and it is a 0-1 count. And Perdomo had a sac fly in the second. He is 0 for 1 in today's game. Here's the 0-1. And just missed the strike zone. Count now is 1 ball, 1 strike. Here's the 1-1. And Perdomo hits that to third base. Nice play by Oswaldo Cabrera. Throws over to first base to Paul Goldschmidt for out number 1. See that replay again. A nice diving play. And nice throw to Paul Goldschmidt. And there's 1 out in the top of the 8th. And we have Ketel Marte at the plate now, and he is 1 for 2 in today's game. So we have 1 out in the inning with nobody on. Here's the pitch from Gomez, and it is in there for a strike. The count is 0-1 now. Here's the pitch, and big swing and a miss. Count is 0-2 now to Ketel Marte. That was a 80-mile-per-hour curveball. Can Gomez get a strikeout here? Here's the 0-2, and he fouls it off. Here's so Laugh Daily. I'll read this off to you right now. It says, we're having trouble streaming to your destination. Is it possible the stream was ended or deleted on the destination? This can also occur if the RTMP server or your URL or stream key is incorrect. We'll keep trying and let you know if it's resolved. So that's what it's saying for me for kick there, Laugh Daily. But it's a 1-2 count to Marte, and he fouls it off again, and it bounces off Austin Wells' foot. Hopefully he's all right. He's walking it off. Appreciate you, Laugh Daily. Laugh Daily, I'll send you a picture of what it says. Right after this inning, I'll send you a picture of it. I'll take a picture of it and send it to you. And it's so right now it's a 1-2 count to Marte. And that ball's in the dirt. Count is even at 2 balls and 2 strikes. So we are in the top of the 8th with 1 out, nobody on. Count is now full. So 3 balls, 2 strikes to Marte. Appreciate you, Laugh Daily. Here's the 3-2. And Ketel Marte will take first base. So Gomez issues a walk. Let's see. Susan says, true, but our offense should be able to hit good pitches. It seems when one doesn't hit, they all don't hit. Well, again, you got a guy like Gallen on the mound. He was getting everybody with that knuckle curve. That knuckle curve pitch of his is a killer. He didn't make it easy on the Yankees bats. That's for freaking sure. But we have Corbin Carroll at the plate now, who is 0 for 3 in tonight's game. It's 1 ball, no strikes with a man on first. Top of the 8th, 1 out. So 2 balls, no strikes now to Corbin Carroll. Jacob Petruzzi coming into the chat with all 3 foot of his height. What's up, Jacob? So 3-0 count now to Corbin Carroll. Yeah, if it was easy, we'd all be ball players, that's for sure. Here's the 3-0. So he works the walk. So back-to-back walks for Yoandry Gomez. So we have 2 men on now with Gurriel Jr. coming to the plate. And Hedrick is warming up in the bullpen for the New York Yankees. Oh, you're 4 foot. Oh, man, that's a freaking threat. Better watch out now. Don't want to get stepped on. And we have Matt Blake coming out to talk to Yoandry Gomez. I think this is the first time we've seen Matt Blake all night. So, hey, Laugh Daily, I sent a message to you on X to your Yankees country Check your Yankees country messages. I sent you a picture there. But looks like we are back to the game. Yoanji Gomez is waiting for Gurriel here. And Gurriel Jr. is 1 for 2 in today's game. He hit that 2-run shot in the top of the first against Carlos Rodon. Here's the pitch from Gomez. Swing and a miss on a sweeper. The count is 0-1 to Gurriel Jr. And Austin Wells giving his signals to the team. Looks like he is ready to go. Here's the 0-1. And Gurriel Jr. will pop that one up to Cody Bellinger. He makes the play for the second out, and the runners will hold. And we have 2 outs in the inning now. We're Grichuk coming up to the plate, and he is 0 for 2 in today's game. Yeah, Cody's been amazing in center field tonight. You're right, man. He was an upgrade in that outfield. That outfield is looking a lot better now, man, defensively, But we have Grichuk at the plate now, who is 0 for 2 in today's game. We have 2 men on, 2 outs, top of the 8th, and he takes a strike. So no balls, no 1 strike for Randall Grichuk. Gomez checks second base. Here's the pitch. And Grichuk hits a grounder to Cabrera, throws over to first for out number 3. The bottom of the 8th is coming up, and we have Rice, Cabrera, Goldschmidt due up. So we are in a commercial break. Game is slowly winding down. The game has been over just a little over 2 hours now. Just a little over 2 hours. So it's not necessarily going slow, but it's just really dragging. And I think it's just the reason why it's dragging for me is just because the Yankees just can't get anything going. And when your team is losing, it just feels like the game is just dragging. It's just staying in one place. You know what I mean? It's frustrating. I wish I could. I like calling games when the team is winning, but hey, you gotta take the wins and the losses. It's baseball, so you win some, you lose some, folks. You win some, you lose some. Looks like I won't be losing my voice tonight, so that's good news. But I won't be. But tomorrow night I will not be calling the game. Tomorrow night I won't be calling the game. But I'll probably still do a pregame tomorrow, but there won't be a play-by-play. So next play-by-play will either be on Friday or Saturday, and that's when the Yankees travel to Pittsburgh to go play against the Pirates at PNC Park. So I just thought I'd let folks know. Susan says, actually, it's going fast. Let's face it. How long does it take for the Yanks to strike out? Yeah, I heard that. So it looks like there's a hockey jersey night on Friday, April 25th. There's a Yankees hockey jersey for the first 18,000 guests. So for anybody that's in the New York area. But we are back to the game. And Ben Rice just fouls off a ball. And it is strike 1 to Ben Rice, who is 0 for 2 in tonight's game with 2 strikeouts. And Mantipley is still in the game. And that pitch is a ball. It's a 1-1 count now. So 1 ball, 1 strike to Ben Rice. Here's the 1-1. Count now is 1 ball and 2 strikes to Ben Rice. We are in the bottom of the 8th, and Thompson is warming up now for the Diamondbacks. And swing and a miss. So 0 for 3 game for Ben Rice, and he has struck out 3 times in tonight's game. So he is 0 for 3. And now we have Oswaldo Cabrera coming to the plate. Actually, no. Pablo Reyes is going to be pinch hitting for Oswaldo Cabrera. Not sure why we're not seeing Oswald Peraza, but I'm not the manager. So there's a strike to Reyes, who is pinch hitting for Oswaldo Cabrera right now. Here's the 0-1. Count now is 1 ball, 1 strike. We have 1 out in the bottom of the 8th with nobody on. Pablo Reyes pinch hitting for Oswaldo Cabrera. 1 ball, 1 strike. Mantipley sets. Here's the pitch. And Reyes fouls it back. The count now is 1 ball and 2 strikes. Are there really fights if someone doesn't get the giveaway? Are you for real, Susan? Are you serious about that? I mean, it wouldn't surprise me, but Reyes pops one up, and Corbin Carroll is right there to make the play for out number 2. So 2 quick outs in the bottom of the 8th. And now we have Paul Goldschmidt coming to the plate. And it looks like there will be a pitching change. And it looks like Thompson will be coming into the game. And due up is Goldschmidt, Bellinger, Judge. And we are in a commercial break right now, folks. This is tough. Not a great game. I mean, again, they only gave up the 4 runs in in the first 2 innings, and then Yankee Rodon redeemed himself, which was good. He started to look better after those first 2 innings. Yankees bullpen, Yoandry Gomez held it down. Just the Yankees bats just couldn't get anything going tonight, folks. And Susan says, yep. She's like, I've seen where they run out and people yell at each other for a shirt you can get for $5. Yeah, it's pathetic. It's so pathetic what people fight over these days. It's like there's bigger things to worry about and in life. But hey, what do I know? Stephen B. Look, as far as yesterday's game goes, it's like, yeah, maybe they could have went for Luke Weaver. Excuse me. Maybe they could have went with Luke Weaver, but the game plan was probably, okay, Mark Leiter Jr. is going to get us out of this inning. And then once the 9th inning comes around, they're going to we'll get Weaver in there. They have to make the best use of their bullpen right now because some of their guys are hurt. They're injured, right? Devin Williams is on the paternity list, so he's about to be a father. So you don't want to use all your guys. I mean, what if they used Weaver last time? What if they had to use him tonight? What if they were able to be in a situation where they had to use him tonight? So it's it doesn't always work out the way you want it to work out, man. You know, you have a game plan. Sometimes the plan doesn't work. It backfires on you. You know, game management is hard, man. It really is. You know, it's not that simple. It's not, if it was that simple, it'd be scripted. Just my 2 cents, man. Just my 2 cents. But we have Thompson on the mound right now, who is pitching to Goldschmidt. It's 1-1 to Paul Goldschmidt. We have 2 outs in the inning right now. And it's 2-1 now to Paul Goldschmidt. Bottom of the 8th, nobody on, 2 outs. Here's the 2-1. And Goldschmidt fouls it off. And he is down to his final strike. The count is even at 2-2. Yeah, I agree with you, Susan. Either don't give it to anybody or give it to everybody. I think it's only fair. You know, it's just like, you give it to 18,000. What about the other 25,000, right? It's pretty lame. But here's the 2-2. Swing and a miss, and Goldschmidt struck out. He is 0 for 4 in tonight's game. And we are going to the top of the 9th, folks, and Naylor, Suarez, Moreno are due up. Yeah, I mean, you could plan all you want. You could plan all you want. It doesn't always work out the way you want it either. So Lou, Zach Gallen had 13 strikeouts, dude. Zach Gallen had 13 strikeouts. It's still insane. I mean, he didn't have 14, he had 13, but that is an insane amount of strikeouts, man. Hi, Rodney. How you doing? Remember, you're coming out here in May. Don't bail on us. He says stop. I'm just playing with you, man. I'm playing with you. Come on. Come on, bro. I hope he's really not mad. I hope he didn't really leave. But we are in a commercial break. We're heading to the top of the 9th. The Yankees are down 4-0. But we are back to the game now. And Reyes will take over at third base, and Gomez is back in the game for the top of the 9th. And Naylor hits one, a grounder to Jazz Chisholm, throws over to first base for out number 1. And Eugenio Suarez is at the plate, and he is 0 for 2 in tonight's game. Yankees have a couple of guys warming up in the bullpen. Here's the 0-1. Count now is 0-2 to Suarez. Count is no ball, 2 strikes, 1 out, nobody on. We are in the top of the 9th. And we have a violation. Looks like we have a pitch clock violation. So now it's 1 ball, 2 strikes. And Boone's coming out. I was going to say something. Wells is not too happy right now. And Suarez hits that to Volpe and throws over to first base for out number 2. And we have 2 outs in the inning. So 2 outs, top of the 9th. Gomez doing pretty well, pitching pretty decent. I like what he's doing. Sorry for the silence there, folks. Just not happy with this game right now, but it's a 1-0 count to Moreno. We have 2 outs in the top of the 9th, and he just missed the strike zone on that. And due up in the bottom of the 9th, folks, Cody Bellinger, Aaron Judge, Jazz Chisholm Jr. Here's the 2-0. 3-0 now to Moreno. Yeah, Gomez looks good. Yoendry Gomez looks good, man. I like his stuff. Here's the 3-0. And in there for a strike on a 92-mile-per-hour fastball. So the count now is 3 balls, 1 strike. Carlos Carrasco pitches for the Yankees tomorrow there, Lou. And Moreno will take first base as Gomez issues a walk. So now we have McCarthy at the plate, who is 0 for 3 in tonight's game. It's 1 ball, no strikes to McCarthy. We have a man on first, 2 outs, top of the 9th. So 2 balls, no strikes now to McCarthy. Here's the 2-0. Swing and a miss. 2 balls, 1 strike now to McCarthy. So 2 balls, 1 strike, 2 outs, top of the 9th with a man on first. 2 balls, 1 strike, 2 outs, top of the 9th with a man on first. So 2 balls, 1 strike, 2 outs, top of the 9th with a man on first. 2 balls, 1 strike, 2 outs, top of the 9th with a man on first. 2 balls, 1 strike, 2 outs, top of the 9th with a man on first. 2 balls, 1 strike, 2 outs, top of the 9th with a man on first. 2 balls, 1 strike, 2 outs, top of the 9th with a man on first. 2 balls, 1 strike, 2 outs, top of the 9th with a man on first. 2 balls, 1 strike, 2 outs, top of the 9th with a man on first. 2 balls, 1 strike, 2 outs, top of the 9th with a man on first. 2 balls, 1 strike, 2 outs, top of the 9th with a man on first. 2 balls, 1 strike, 2 outs, top of the 9th with a man on first. 2 balls, 1 Here's pitch number 43 from Gomez, and McCarthy hits a grounder to Goldschmidt, throws over to first base. Gomez steps on the bag for out number 3, and we are going to the bottom of the ninth. Due up, Cody Bellinger, Aaron Judge, Jazz Chisholm Jr. So the Yankees have one last chance. Can they answer back? Yeah, this just Susan, this is not their night. It's not their series, you know. It's just not it's not meant to be. It's not meant to be. You know? What are you saying here, Stephen B? I know lighter you would think would get you the out of the inning. The only point I was not a game you're going to have a shot at winning, and putting Weaver gives us. Yeah, well, again, Stephen B, listen, they thought different. They had a different Boone had a different plan in mind. It didn't work. We can't go back and change the result, man. It's in the past. We got to move forward now. You know, it's still early in the season. Today is game number 5. It's not like the Yankees are playing game number 160 and they're competing for a playoff spot right now. What's done is done, man. That's what I'm saying. Weaver was going to come into close, but the plan it didn't go as planned. So Laugh Daily, I'm doing the live stream from StreamYard, and I have StreamYard connected to Twitch, X, YouTube. Those are all good. And I was trying to connect it to Kick, but it won't connect to Kick. And I put in the URL server and the other server address too, and I thought it was going to work, but it's just not connecting from StreamYard. So I don't know if it's a StreamYard issue or not, but I did everything right that they asked me to do. I didn't make a TikTok yet there, Stephen B, but that might be next. And Jazz Chisholm hits one, and it drops in front of Carroll. And Jazz Chisholm is on. Oh, not Jazz Chisholm. Sorry, Cody Bellinger. What the heck? I was just thinking about Jazz Chisholm right now, but it was Cody Bellinger that gets to hit. So, oh my God. It's been a freaking long week. Maybe Jazz Chisholm was the last guy I was thinking about because he was due up. Silly me. But we have Cody Bellinger at first base on a single on a ball that dropped in front of Corbin Carroll. And we have Aaron Judge now at the plate, who was 0 for 3 in tonight's game. He struck out in all 3 of his at-bats. Yeah, Stephen B., I think it's a StreamYard issue. I might have to reach out to them. Oh, God, Susan. Here's the 1-1. And Judge hits one up the middle. So the Yankees are trying to make something happen. So the first 2 batters are on. So we got runners on first and second. Do the Yankees have a rally in them? So now we have Jazz Chisholm Jr. coming up. Laugh Daily, yes, I did get the URL from the Kick dashboard. Yes. And the Diamondbacks have AJ Puck warming up in the bullpen right now. It looks like Puck is going to be coming into the game. And due up now is Chisholm Jr., Volpe, and Austin Wells. So we have two men on right now, runners on first and second with nobody out in the bottom of the ninth, and we are in a commercial break. So let's see what we got going on around Major League Baseball. I know the Braves and Dodgers are supposed to be playing each other right now. And the Braves are beating the Dodgers 5-2 in the bottom of the third. Let's see who's pitching in today's game or tonight's game. So the Dodgers have Blake Snell pitching for them. So he's given up 5 runs in 2 innings. He's walked 3 batters, struck out 1. The Braves have Elder pitching right now. Interesting. So bottom of the third right now in that game with the Braves and Dodgers. They're playing in L.A. The Knicks lost to the Cavs. Oh, that sucks. Well, the Cavs are supposed to be really good, right? If I'm not mistaken. Yo, we got Gusto back. What up, Gusto? He says like, share, subscribe, and turn on that notification bell. I appreciate you, man. Rangers won. Yeah, I thought the Cavs were good. I haven't really been keeping up with the NBA too much this season. Gusto doesn't like the Knicks. Laugh Daily, the answer to your question is yes, I did. But we are back to the game right now, folks. We have 2 men on. We have runners on first and second. AJ Puck has entered the game, and Jazz Chisholm Jr. is coming to the plate. I'm a Knicks fan too, bro. I'm a Knicks fan too, but I just don't enjoy the NBA as much as I used to. You like seeing UConn? That makes sense there, Stephen B. But here's AJ Puck, and Jazz Chisholm fouls off the first pitch. It is 0-1, so no balls, 1 strike to Jazz Chisholm Jr. What's up, Dobby? He says Cavs having a magical season, but we had Brunson. Yeah, for sure, man. For sure. It's an 0-1 count to Jazz Chisholm Jr. Count now is 1 ball, 1 strike. So the Yankees trying to threaten here. They're trying to get a rally going. They got runners on first and second. It's a 1-1 count with nobody out. Yankees left 4 men on base, 0 for 2 with runners in scoring position tonight. And here's the pitch from Puck. Swing and a miss. So 1 ball, 2 strikes. Jazz Chisholm Jr. is down to his final strike now. Yeah, it sucks that Brunson's not playing right now for the Knicks. That's a big loss for them right now. 1-2 count to Jazz Chisholm Jr. Puck sets. He checks second base. Here's the pitch. And he just missed. Good eye by Jazz Chisholm Jr. The count is even now, folks, at 2 balls, 2 strikes. The Yankees are trying to get something going here. Here's the pitch from Puck. And Jazz Chisholm Jr. hits one, but Corbin Carroll is right there to make the play for out number 1. Cody Bellinger does tag up. So now we have runners on the corners. We have runners on first and third base. And Anthony Volpe is coming up. And Volpe is 0 for 3 in tonight's game. So we have runners on the corners. Anthony Volpe's at the plate. He is 0 for 3 in tonight's game. Flew out twice, and he struck out once. Let's see if Volpe has an answer here. What does Mr. Chicken Parm do? AJ Puck sets. We have one out in the inning, first and third. Here's the pitch. And Volpe hits one opposite field. Corbin Carroll going back to the track, to the wall. It is out of here. Anthony Volpe with a 3-run home run. Let's go. The Yankees are now down by 1 run. Oh, baby. 4th home run of the season for Anthony Volpe. The Yankees are down by 1 run. Oh, my God, did they need that. The exit velo on that ball was 94 miles per hour. We gotta play the siren here, people. We gotta play the siren here. 3-run shot by Anthony Volpe. And the Yankees are now down by 1 run. And they are just a home run away now. And we have Austin Wells at the plate, and he takes a strike. It's an 0-1 count to Austin Wells. And they are showing this replay of Anthony Volpe. And Corbin Carroll, just missed it. The glove was just in the wrong place. He could have made that play. Well, no, maybe not. That ball was far away enough from his glove that it was a home run. So a 3-run home run by Anthony Volpe. The Yankees are now down by 1. It's a 1-1 count now to Austin Wells. 2 balls, 1 strike now to Austin Wells. So Austin Wells is 2 for 3 in today's game with a double and a single. The 2-1, and Wells pops it up in foul territory, and Moreno makes the play for out number 2. So Austin Wells is 2 for 4 in tonight's game. And the Yankees are now 1 out away. Can they tie up the game here? We have Jason Dominguez coming to the plate, who is 0 for 3 in tonight's game. He is going up against AJ Puck. He's batting from the right side of the plate, and he takes a ball. So 1-0 count now to Jason Dominguez. He struck out twice, and he got on base on a fielder's choice. So 1 ball, no strikes to Jason Dominguez. Here's the pitch from Puck. And Dominguez fouls it. So the count is even now at 1 ball, 1 strike, folks. 1 ball, 1 strike. And Ben Rice is waiting on deck. Here's the 1-1. Swing and a miss. Dominguez down to his final strike. The Yankees are down to their final out. So it's 1 ball, 2 strikes to Jason Dominguez. What does he do here? Yankees trying to tie the game up. Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss, and the game is over. And the Arizona Diamondbacks take the series against the New York Yankees. Oh, man. It was a nice pitch. He got him for sure. So, but the Yankees lose tonight's game, folks, 4-3. But they were being shut out throughout the whole game. They were losing the game 4-0 the whole game. Anthony Volpe hits a 3-run home run in the bottom of the ninth to give the Yankees some hope. But unfortunately, they fall short. Carlos Rodon gets his first loss of the season. Zach Gallen gets his first win of the season. AJ Puck gets his second save of the season. So really As far as negatives go, the Yankees bats just couldn't get it going till really the bottom of the ninth. Rodon got he struggled. He did struggle the first two innings. He definitely gave up those 4 runs in the first two innings, but was able to redeem himself. He definitely pitched better after the first two innings. He looked good after that. Yankees bullpen, Yoendry Gomez got the job done. Hedrick came in, he got the job done. So, or no, I don't think Hedrick ever came in. I know he was warming up in the bullpen. Let's see. Yeah, no, it was Yoendry Gomez. He pitched 3 innings. He looked really good. He issued three walks and he struck out 1, but he still looked good. Gomez still did his job. Rodon still went 6 innings. He struck out 5, walked 4. Again, the first 2 innings just didn't do him well. But after that, from the 3rd to the 6th inning, he pitched really well. Zach Gallen, though, I mean, he did work for the Diamondbacks. He struck out 13 batters. He struck out 13 Yankees bats. The Yankees bats just had nothing going for them for most of the game, but almost made a comeback though in the bottom of the ninth. They had a little rally going. Volpe hits a 3-run shot off of AJ Puck, and they were just 1 run away from tying up the game, but they fell short, folks. They fell short. Unfortunate. Again, the Yankees do lose the series, so they're going to have to win tomorrow to avoid getting swept. All right, so let's just hope that they can at least win tonight's or tomorrow night's game. Carlos Carrasco will be pitching tomorrow against Merrill Kelly, so should be an interesting pitching matchup. But it is what it is, folks. It is what it is. The Yankees now are 3-2. And let's check the MLB standings real quick. So, yeah, currently in 3rd place. So the Toronto Blue Jays right now are in 1st place with a 5-2 record. The Tampa Bay Rays have a 4-2 record. Yankees have a 3-2 record. The Orioles have a 3-3 record. The Red Sox have a 2-4 record. And the Diamondbacks have a 4-2 record now. So, but it's unfortunate. Just tonight was just not the night. They almost rallied back. They almost rallied back. They almost made a comeback, but only to fall short. But let's just hope they don't get swept tomorrow. But we will see what happens. So again, folks, tomorrow night I will not be calling the game. But I am planning on doing at least a pregame tomorrow, but I won't be doing the play-by-play. So my next play-by-play will either be on Saturday or Friday or Saturday. So stay tuned for that. And that'll be against the Pittsburgh Pirates. Again, I will do a pregame tomorrow between the Diamondbacks and the Yankees. So, we'll see what happens. All right, cool. I will. Hey, Laugh Daily, send that link to me on X, please, if you don't mind. Please send that link to me on X. I would appreciate it. But that's going to do it for me, folks. I do appreciate every single one of you hanging out with me tonight. It is greatly appreciated. Make sure you all hit that like button on your way out. If you haven't yet, if you're watching this on a rerun, hit that like button. Hit that subscribe button. Share this channel out with everybody you know. I would greatly appreciate it, folks. You all have a great night, and I'll see you all tomorrow for the pregame. Let's go, Yankees.